Hello, my name is Grace, and this is the Here Comes Cosmic Help Show. This is a cosmic world news show. Astrology can decode within limits of probability, possibility, the events and situations playing down on planet Earth. We are not far from the French embassy because we are going to be decoding President Francois Hollande's star script map or horoscope. A star script map or horoscope is comprised of various star pictures in the heavens. When you go to the movies, you always ask, what picture's playing? An astrologer can decode what pictures and events that are playing out on Earth. A star map is an information database of your power and energy coming back to you to teach you certain lessons. The gift of your star is the gift of your story, your purpose, your lessons, your timing, the roles that you play down here on Earth, and your karma. What goes around comes around. That energy database stores, so to speak, that kind of information. What you've already put out, it's coming back. God, whatever your beliefs, has written in the stars his, her great plan for planet Earth. Now, the first story we're going to be doing, of course, is President Francois Hollande. But first, let me tell you what star pictures are playing out in the heavens right now, and we call them transits. The brutal attack in Paris shocked the world. It is a major, momentous news story globally. This affects the entire planet. The transits are transiting Saturn in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules worldwide religions. Is this not an issue of a wrong-thinking religion and their beliefs to commit mass murder? Saturn on the negative can bring problems and tests, but on the positive, there's always a constructive way to handle problems that we all are trying to learn to do. Positive Saturn rules work, effort, discipline, focus to improve and evolve religions. Nothing is static. All knowledge gradually perfects itself and becomes broader. Transiting Saturn Sagittarius is also in star picture to transiting Neptune in Pisces. Now, what does Neptune in Pisces possibly mean? There's several possibilities, of course. On the downside, it can be hidden, secret activity. So therefore, you can already see how you can decode this by saying what is happening with ISIL is that they're using a negative concept idea of religion going back to the 15th century practically, I believe, and they're doing it in secret. But in the positive, with this type of problem that is now global, affecting so many nations, Neptune on the positive is spirituality. Any crisis can be a catalyst to seek within answers that can explain why we are down here, why we do what we do, what we're responsible for, and so forth. So every planet that I decode has a positive and negative possibility interpretation. There goes an ambulance. I guess they're picking up on the crisis on planet Earth. The other major star picture that is playing out on Earth is transiting Uranus in the sign of Aries. Aries is aggression. Uranus is sudden, shocking, high-speed attack. Everything seems to be speeded up now, is it not? Transiting Uranus in Aries is also in star picture with transiting Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. Pluto can be war. Pluto is covert on the negative, gangs and groups plotting sneak attacks. Capricorn can rule people in high level of positions of authority and power. So it might suggest that what's going on with this global war now, that behind this is more powerful people that we ever imagined. And on some news show on television, they mentioned that from the very beginning, years ago, Saudi Arabia was one of the nations that perhaps wanted us to take the civilization back to old times, where women were being used as slaves, and there was such tight control. And Pluto is planet of control. So with those two major star pictures, transiting Uranus, sudden shock, unexpected groups banding together. Now on the positive, with all this negativity going on and these secret gangs, on the positive, there's also now a coalition of nations, groups banding together to fight against this nonsense. It is unbelievable what people believe, that it's okay to be killing people, torturing them, beheading them. There is karma. What goes around comes around. So I just want you to know that, in my opinion, the major lead news story playing out because of transiting Uranus in Aries and Pluto in Capricorn is the fact that in October was the hottest that we have ever been. The temperature increased 1 degree, and that makes a hell of a big difference in terms of the future of planet Earth and all life forms. So that critical star picture is in. Also, this star picture affects other great leaders. Francois Hollande was born in 1952, and we'll discuss him in a minute. But I just want to show you that President Putin of Russia, born in 1953, has a similar star pattern. President of China, Xi Jinping, also born in 1954, has similar star pictures. So in the next few years, these things will be triggered. And let's go back to President Hollande. How do these planetary pictures affect him in his star script map? He has Jupiter in the sign of Cancer together with Uranus in the sign of Cancer, and they are in star picture to Neptune in Libra. Now let's decode that. Jupiter rules religions broadly, all kinds of many types of religions all over the world. That it shows that the sign of Cancer rules the home. So the homeland of France has a lot of people who are of a different religion. And we're talking about extremists. We're not talking about the entire Muslim religion. There are good people there too, of course. It's common sense. That Uranus rules shock, unexpected, and this whole event speeds up everything. And then Neptune rules secret happenings going on. So does that not describe the story of the Paris attack? Also, another star picture that President Hollande has, he's got Mercury in Scorpio, is also in star picture with his sun in Leo. Remember, he is the leader, President of France, and he has a similar star picture to the President of Russia. He has the sun in lucky star to Mars, so he can fight. And he has it in lucky star to, I believe, Neptune in Libra. That means he can get help. People feel sorry for what happened, and they're coming in to help. They're banding together. So that star picture, the Mercury in Scorpio can be hidden enemies at this time. So that he has to be careful about. Additional star script maps that are very fascinating is the Salam, I believe that's his first name. He has escaped. He left the area of the bomb Friday night, of a bombing of Paris Friday night, the 13th of November 2015. And he was in a car, and the police checked his car out, and they didn't know it was him, and they let him go. And what is so fascinating about Salam's star picture is that there was a transiting moving planet, Mars, well, it was triggering his star picture of Mars, Uranus. And what does that mean? That's violence right there on the negative. Now on the positive, that could mean that somebody is jogging and doing a muscular activity with a group. But on the negative, we've already seen this play out. That was violence that he was involved in. And he's escaped. We still haven't found him. But I will tell you this, it is in high probability, according to his horoscope and star script map, that he is being helped out by a woman, because the Venus in Scorpio is in lucky star to his planets. Plus, that Venus is in very lucky star to Jupiter in Cancer. That means he's probably hiding out in a very wealthy estate, mansion, or something, a large complex house. But also Saturn, Neptune, and Capricorn involved in this picture. People on high level of great wealth are helping him. And that's the reason why he is not caught. His Jupiter is in means that he escaped. Jupiter protected him. So remember this, on a higher level, we as humans can't understand why on earth would this be happening and God would allow this. But these scripts are written according to God's will. And that's all I know. God only knows why he has this scenario playing out, not only individually, but also worldwide, mundanely. So one last star picture. Jihad John was leaving a building, and he got into a car with a friend, and he was blown up. The car was incinerated. And guess what? Jihad John, let's decode this backwards. I call this backwards astrology. That in his star script map, Mars, which means violence, attack, was in star picture to his Mercury. Mercury rules the car. That decodes that story. So thank you for tuning in to Here Comes Cosmic Help, and through the months that go by, we will be re-airing these shows. Just so you know, there is a higher order and a higher reason why we are going through what we're going through. So hang on, have faith in good and God, and be guided by your inner guidance, because each one of us has a different path. That here comes Cosmic Help, and Godspeed.